What's up, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up your small space to shoot pictures real fast for your eBay everything store. Okay, let's get right into it. I'm not actually shooting shots today. What I'm going to show you is the tools. I'm going to show you this box right here. It's a 36 by 36 big ass box, and that takes about 80% of all products. I'm going to show you this, which does apparel. I'm going to show you also how to use this, which is the floor. That is all you need. Those three things, that's all you need to shoot really fast for an eBay everything store. By the way, this video is for the tons of people that asked me to shoot a video about how this was set up. Thank you very much for asking for this, because sometimes I think that certain things aren't important to you guys, so I don't shoot videos on it. But obviously it is. And I really hope that you get value from this, and I hope that you set up similarly so that you can make more money, because you're going to be more efficient and you're going to be a lot faster at doing everything that you need to do. Okay, I'm going to start with this one, but this one's going to be super bright, just so you know when I turn it on. This is a 36 by 36 Lightbox. You can get this on Amazon, and I am going to link it down below so you guys don't have to search for it. This is what it's going to come with. These metal rods right here, they weigh nothing. This vinyl thing right here, which bends on the back. This diffuser, which cuts out the light so that it won't be so bright, and so your pictures can be, so they can look nicer. These LED panels right here, it doesn't come with this. That's mine. Now, the difference between the one that you would buy now and this one is that mine is super old. I've had this for a long time, and it's the same company, but because there was so many people asking to change, they added another light bar right in the center. That way it cuts out more shadowing. So what I had to do is that I added this big ass bulb in the center, and trust me, that is super bright. You'll see right now when I turn it on. But first, let me show you how this is going to be set up. So this is how it's set up right now, right? I'm going to turn it on, and there you go. Everything's super bright now. How you're supposed to use it is with this thing down. It's supposed to move down here. There you go. You push it down here, and you're supposed to shoot. This is all zipped up, and you're supposed to shoot through here, right? So you put your product in there. Let me grab a product. I have a camera somewhere. Let's just say that I'm going to sell this. This is a Rebel T7 Canon camera. It's a DSLR camera. So you put it in there, and you're supposed to shoot like this. My problem is that this is stupid. I don't like this. This bothers me. It's in the way. And I don't like things that bother me. You can use it yourself if you want. No problem. It does help with the bounce back of the light, but I personally don't like to use it. So I use it open like this. I also don't use the top. If you notice, there's light at the top. What I had to do is that I added these two light bars additional, because when I shoot small items, for example, let me grab one real quick. Let's just say that I'm shooting this Lego piece right there, that Lego minifig, right? So I'm going to put it right there. Okay, let's just say that he's going to be like that. Because it's so small and this space is so big, there's going to be a lot more shadowing. So I decided to add these lights so that it can hit it from the sides as well. You don't have to do that. But if you're going to be shooting really tiny items, I'm just telling you now, your phone, especially iPhones, they have really good cameras. So they pick up a lot of shadowing because they think that that's what it's supposed to be, because there's so much light here. But this is just the way I shoot. Now let me go back to something real quick. This vinyl thing right here, it's stuck on by Velcro, and it goes all the way up. So now if you notice, it bends with the back of this. So there's not going to be any crease. And I mentioned this because I know a lot of you have foam board or foam core or whatever it's called, and you put a horizontal plane and a vertical plane, and what happens at the back side, there's always going to be a line. You can't really get rid of that. You can probably put some tape or glue or whatever, but this takes care of all of that. Now, there is going to still be some shadowing, and that's okay. I'll explain what I mean by that at the very end of this video. So now let me just give you some examples of what you can do with this. You can shoot hats using my patented hat ball. I have a video on this. You can do shoes. You can do stuff like this, which are board games. And the one that everybody always asks me about, because they're the pain in the ass to shoot, is clear glass. So what happens with clear glass if everything's white? You can't really see it well. I mean, of course you can see the glass, but you can't tell the backside. You can't see the details. So what do? I got one of these. It's a small version of this vinyl thing that I'm shooting on. There you go. Very simple. So pretty much this light box is going to be used for almost everything. You can really shoot anything that fits in here, even if it's tall. What I do recommend though is that when you're taking pictures, sometimes if the item is really big, for example, let me grab this thing right here. This is a lamp. And let's just say that I put this lamp here and it's so large that when your camera is set to square, because of how you have to shoot it so everything can be in the shot, you're going to take this and this as well. I will say this now. I see a lot of eBayers that they just leave it there. Oh, because I want to do it fast. I want to do it fast. Don't be lazy. Cut out the fucking sides. Edit the pictures. Don't be lazy. All you want to do is see the white. The customer doesn't give a shit about your lights. The customer doesn't give a shit about this silver stuff. They just want to see the product. So don't be lazy and edit the picture. Now, most of you are going to be selling clothing because a lot of people, they sell clothes. It's available and it's a great way to make money. So this is what this is for. First off, look at this. It fits behind the door. It's super tiny. So if you notice, look at how wide that is. It's not very wide, right? Well, it's not very wide because now it's wider because I need to open it. I have a light up here. I'm not going to turn it on yet, but look, there you go. Now it's on. I have a string that comes from the ceiling, and then I have hangers right here. So this is basically all you need. Look, and I understand realistically, and if I could do it better, I would add light on the sides. That way the clothing doesn't get a shadow. But you want to save space, right? You can't be adding lights on the sides unless you would add it to this, and that's just a whole nother deal. So this is an easy and cheap way to shoot clothing well. And I sell a lot of clothes. Trust me, there's no issues with this. Now, how do you use it? You would use it in this case, like I would get this. Of course, you would use a good hanger, but let's just use this for now and do it there. And then you start taking the pictures here and here. You flip it over, and this is why you use a string, because look, you can easily flip it over, flip it back, and so on and so forth. Everything that you need to build this and how to build it, I have a video. It's going to be linked below. It is an awesome way to shoot clothing. And I know that a lot of you have seen people online saying that they use a flat lay. So a flat lay, most of the time what they mean is that this thing, because of gravity, they want to use it like this because the shirt now doesn't need to hang. It would just sit here, right? Well, what's the problem with that? Well, the problem is that my cameraman can't even move because this thing is so long now. So you're going to be like this. You're bending over. You're awkward. And that's why I don't recommend the flat lays. Technically, this is a flat lay, but this is a standing flat lay using this. It saves space and it saves a lot of time. Now look at how easy I put it away. Put it in here, close the door, and make sure it doesn't tip over, because if you close this door and it tips over, you're going to lock yourself out. It's happened to me before, and it sucks. So what are you going to use it for? You're going to use it for that jacket that I showed you, long sleeves. You're going to use it for jeans, shorts, pants, for everything. One thing I do have to say, which is the same issue that you came across the Lightbox earlier. Let's just say that you're shooting overalls, and the overalls are going to be super tall because it's an overall, right? It covers you from head to toe. So they're going to be from here to here. Since your camera is set to square mode, you're going to end up taking the sides, like this side and this side. Nobody wants to see what's there, and nobody wants to see my bathroom. What if somebody passes by, or what if somebody's naked in the corner? You don't know. Things happen in the house, man. You can't forget to edit the pictures. I can't say this enough because I go through people's stores and look at their stores. You know, they ask me for advice. And the first thing that I say is that you have to stop being lazy. Edit the fucking pictures when you need to edit the pictures. If not, then you need to make sure that you don't take this if you don't want to do any editing at all. Makes sense, right? And last but not least, we're gonna use the floor. Let me show you what for. The floor is used for long items like golf clubs. Let me say something about the floor. Look, I'm not gonna say that I have the most expensive floor ever. This is fairly cheap floor, but it looks nice. If you have, let's just say like linoleum 12 by 12 squares that are super old school and looks like shit, don't use that. You have to cover it up. And I'm not trying to be a douche. I used to have linoleum squares and I know how cheap they are and I know how cheap it looks. You don't want your customer to think that your stuff is cheap. And this floor looks nice. And how do I know? Because customers have told me that it looks nice. So what would you do if you have a shitty floor? You grab yourself like a white cloth like this, you lay it down, and then you would shoot on it. But right now, we're not gonna go through that. I'm gonna use the actual floor and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. So what you do first is that you're gonna use this in a combo. If you're selling long items like this that you can't do, like you can't put them in here obviously, right? Because you can't take the entire item. So that's why we're using it. But first what you do is that you're gonna grab the head of this. Let's just say that you wanna sell this. What is most important here for the customer on the main picture? The main photo is all about the head. What's the brand? What does it look like? And the head, you need to just shoot it as close as possible so the customer can see it. So your first shot will be from here because you're gonna use the light to make sure that this looks really nice. After you're done with the first shot, so that's gonna be the main shot, you want your main shot always to be real tight so that it can be real big on the phone. So if somebody's scrolling, they're gonna see your picture real big. If you would say that you would take a picture of the entire thing and then you put that as your main shot, what's gonna happen is that your shot is now gonna be this tiny on the phone because that's just how the phones work. That's how the pictures get cut. So that's not what you wanna do. You wanna take the head right here and then you take these shots right here. You take a main shot, you take the head right here, you take the shaft, you take the grip, and then you place your tape on the floor so you can take the whole thing. And then you take this point only, that way they know how long the actual club is. Very simple, right? But if you want to be extra like Damien, check this out. This was given to me by a friend of mine. His name is Fernando. He owns an MTB shop. That means mountain bike shop. And he had this extra. They gave it to him. I guess whoever sells him the bikes gave him this as a demo because he would put his bikes on here. And check this out. You can roll this bitch out right here. And now you have grass. And of course, it's going to make sense. Now, one thing that I have to say, when I'm taking the photo, I'm going to take the photo here and I have to edit out the floor. The floor like this is not okay. So either you take the floor by itself or you take this by itself. You can't do both because it looks stupid. Okay, so now you guys saw. That's pretty much it. You can use your 36 by 36. You use your apparel one that I put behind the door, and then you use the floor. You can pretty much take 99% of anything in an eBay Everything store like this. You can shoot it here. But let me offer some pro tips. Most people tell me this all the time. Damien, but is there going to be any shadowing? Damien, I don't want any shadows. This is why I get my pictures and I put them in the app and I get AI to cut it out so that there won't be any shadows. That is not okay. And let me explain why. You shouldn't do that. You have to know your customer. And if you're selling on eBay, your customer wants a little bit of shadow. And the reason for that is because they are used to people selling them drop shipping stuff or selling them fake shit from somewhere else. And what they're doing is that they're stealing pictures from other sites versus shooting them yourself. When there's a little bit of shadowing, they understand that it's a smaller business or it's personal. It's a person actually taking photos. So that's the customer, or that's the type of customer that is on eBay. That's why a little bit shadowing is okay. Don't worry about, I mean, if there's a lot and it's taking away from the product, I get it. But a little bit of shadowing, it's okay. I have to keep saying this because I get so much pushback on this all the time. Now, let me compare it to Amazon. The Amazon customer is way different. I guarantee you. When you go to Amazon Everything's more cold. Hey, I want my shit and I want it now. I want to see, I don't want to see a bunch of pictures. I want to see what it is. Ship it to me and I want it today. That's basically the customer, right? And if you guys don't sell on Amazon, this is what would happen. If this is a new product and I'm trying to sell it and I'm trying to add it to their catalog, I take a picture, and if I put some background, like I put some greenery and like it make it look all pretty and jewels and stuff, well, guess what? AI is going to cut everything out and it's only going to leave you with this because it doesn't like shadows and it doesn't like backgrounds. The only way that you can do that is that if you're a pro and you get a product that you apply for with Amazon so that you can sell it, and they give you lifestyle pages. Those lifestyle pages can now have families and, oh my God, let's throw the ball. And, you know, they have all this type of shit. Like, it's basically advertising. Other than that, the AI just wants to show the product. They don't want to see anything else. This is the difference between shadowing on eBay and not shadowing on Amazon. And maybe you call me crazy. Maybe you call me conspiracy theorist or whatever, but I've talked to people, customers and sellers, and it makes sense. I've also used this with my 45 caliber posse members. And guess what? I looked at their products. We went through their stores and then I said, hey, you have some shadowing. It's okay. But in this one, you have too much shadowing. They changed their products and guess what? They got more sales. If you ever want to become part of the posse and you want to get the top tier so that I can go through your store, so that I can see what's going on, maybe I can help you make more money, you can always click the join button down below and check it out. That way you can see for yourself what it's all about. Great segue. And that's it, everybody. I just showed you the 3 ways to set up your small space to shoot photos fast for an eBay everything store. 36 by 36, the clothing, and the floor for long stuff. To continue to support the channel, you can always buy a shirt, a hat, or a logo sticker from the store below. And that is a brand new design that I use from one of my other videos called Almost There. If you want to stay motivated, if you want to keep it around you so you can see it, and so you can remind yourself that you're almost there, check it out in the store down below. And before I finish, I want to give a shout out to 2 new members of the posse, Nora and Amy. Thank you very much for joining the posse. New things coming soon. As always, give this video a like, share this with anybody that needs to see it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already so you don't miss awesome videos like this. See you in the next one. Peace. And as always, cheers, everybody. I've been waiting for this sucker. Oh, fly. Get away. That's a good one, right? Go.
Recording.
Great segue. Okay, and wait, stop. Okay, and that's it. And then the last one. Stop, and then start.